Celtic aren't doing much, but that's not been the case elsewhere. I know this is the Celtic podcast, but you can't ignore what's happening elsewhere, especially when the two title rivals basically trade manager. And obviously you get Derek McInnes now heading to Ibrox from Hearts. I want to get you boys' thoughts on it in terms of how that is going to, from a Celtic stance, how does it affect Celtic? Because does it weaken Hearts in the first instance, who are the closest rivals in terms of the title race? Does it strengthen Rangers, who are the traditional rivals? How do you see it, Youngie?
Definitely strengthens Rangers. Danny McInnes is a fascinating. Well, I strongly feel he's the most underrated figure in Scottish football. When you think, just even the wee stat yesterday that I noticed that the last 3 teams not to be Rangers to finish top 2, it's been Derek McInnes coach teams. Aberdeen back-to-back seasons, and then Hearts last year. He's been kind of building towards this. He reinvent. He never had to reinvent it. He did a brilliant job at Aberdeen. I thought he was so harshly treated in the end. Kilmarnock, just in this myth as well. Sometimes I know I'm aware it's a Celtic podcast here, by the way, but I think you need to kind of be aware of what he brings, in the sense it's not hoofball, it's attacking wingers, it's fast football. I think that Rangers squad's not far away from kind of where he wants to be. He's got his main striker over for Hearts. This is obviously going to be Hearts' experimental second album. I think it'll be more fitting with Jamestown Analytics, the type of coach, the type of players. But Derek McInnes feels like a Rangers man. He's probably felt like that for a long time. And I think Celtic, this is where Celtic are. They got away with it last year in terms of being able to finish with a flurry. But I just think Rangers, there'll be a kind of points total. Derek McInnes has always been able to hit a points total or exceed it. Aberdeen, kind of reimagine where they can finish. Hearts last year have never had a season like that. There is no reason to think that a Rangers team that won 19-20 league games can suddenly win 28-30 or 31. That kind of level, the kind of more points total we're more used to, a title winning team. And then it's on Celtic to match that, because it's going to be a massive transitional season at Celtic. I think you need to be hyper aware of who McInnes is, what he brings to the table. And Hearts, I think, will just be, or Tony Bloom, and will be more comfortable what they're becoming. I think they will have a more difficult season. I don't think they will get close to the points total last season, but I think Celtic fans have heard about Rangers coming and all this for years, but I think there's every reason to think Rangers will be at a different level under McInnes' guidance. I think it's just the fit that suits them, and it probably will work well.
This time they really are coming, what you're saying.
They are coming, honestly. I think that is. I think it feels that way. And I think most Celtic fans deep down would accept that that would be the case. I think that's the direction of travel for them under McInnes. Should
the Celtic board in particular be sitting looking at this thinking we need to get our act together quickly, because the threat from Ibrox is going to be real this season?
No, they should be sitting there thinking we need to get our act together because our supporters deserve it, and nothing to do with what's happening across Glasgow. It shouldn't take that. It shouldn't have taken what happened with the Ronnie Dyler, Mark Warburton thing to spark Celtic into action to go and get Brendan Rodgers. It shouldn't take that. Celtic should be dealing with their own business and not really worrying about what's happening across the fence. Will Derek McInnes make Rangers better than Danny Rohl did? Probably. I would say almost certainly, because we've talked on this podcast before, Michael. Celtic and Rangers need managers, not coaches. Rangers have been spitting out coaches for years. Michael Beals and Danny Rohl and cupboard boys. No good. You need a manager. I think McInnes is a manager. Celtic have got a manager. And if Celtic go and do their business properly, they're the team that's to be removed from the top. And Celtic should not be concerning themselves with what's happening at Rangers. They should be sorting their own house out.